century in the industry, they bring their wealth of experience to bring you the latest trends, expert opinions, and interviews with people in the know. They are the dynamic duo of dining. It's a wine and food show, Stu. It's a food and wine show, trust me. Look right here, it's Sip and Chew. It's wine and food. Because chew rhymes with stew. That's the only reason. You glorified fry cook and a grape killer. Now it's time to Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu on FM Talk 1065.
Well, good morning, Michael.
Well, good morning. How are you this
Was the
morning?
Easter Bunny good to you?
He was so good. He was delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. He looked at me and said, spend the whole day sleeping. And I went, yeah, sure.
Well, I had to hunt down that wascooey wabbit, but he was good. Put a little rosemary, a little garlic butter, stuffed him with some herbs.
Yeah. We have a phone call. I'm just kidding.
And not to mention some peanut butter, grilled pineapple, and a fried egg on top.
But I garnished him with boiled eggs. So anyway, how was your Easter?
I just told you.
You slept all day. It's all right. I have friends that have crawfish boils on Easter Sunday every year, and I go do
just like the disciples did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had. Didn't you see Jesus' Last Supper? You know, all the crawfish spewed out all over the table. So anyway, we're just having fun, folks. We got to laugh. The world is in such a shape we have to laugh. Oh yeah, welcome to the Sip and Chew show.
Oh yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah, that's
Sip and Chew
what we
with
are.
the Mike and Stu.
We're famously nominated,
infamous, and
unfamous. Always nominated, but never. Always the bridesmaid, but never the bride in all these competitions and contests.
But at least they're thinking about it.
That's it. Yes. But anyway, it is a Greek Orthodox. What is it? Greek? No, it's Orthodox Easter. Orthodox Easter is today. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The other Easter.
Happy Orthodox Easter Sunday, folks. So anyway, we got some interesting things on our plate today. Since we were not here last week, and we had a little bit of a mix-up last week, if we were going to be here or not,
and we didn't.
And we didn't.
That's ultimately what happened. Is we didn't. We didn't be here last.
There was a failure to communicate a little bit, but I think we're here. We got it all worked out. So, anyway, so what's on your plate, Stu? What you been doing, so to speak?
I've been busy.
We got the same shorts on again.
Yeah. I got plans after the show.
Not the exact same pair of shorts on.
You get two legs in each leg.
You can tell that by looking at Facebook anyway.
Yeah, you can look at our Facebook.
Or YouTube. Or Twitch, because we're live on all
I was talking to somebody about Twitch the other night,
and you said I don't know what it is, but we're on it.
But every now and then, my eye twitches. I guess that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, after the show, I'm going out to Three Rivers or Five Rivers again for another cruise up in the Delta. This is a botanical cruise.
It's rained so much, it's probably 6 or 7 rivers by now.
Well, it doesn't matter. They got a roof on the boat.
Okay.
Yeah. But they're doing a botanical cruise.
Oh, wow.
The flowers in the Delta, anyone who's never been up in the Delta during the spring, Bellingraph's got nothing on it. It is just incredible. And they're all indigenous. All this stuff, this just grows there. And I happened to notice that Blakely was doing a botanical cruise. And today at 2:00, and it was free. So I jumped on it before it booked up.
Oh, wow.
So it ain't even going to cost me no pennies, Mike.
Wow.
You know what that means? I can save them pennies and spend them somewhere to eat afterwards.
Yeah. I know some places.
Huh?
They don't serve food on the cruise?
It's a 2-hour cruise.
I've seen that show before.
4 hours on 4 hours.
I've seen that show before. A 2-hour cruise.
They do a seafood buffet cruise.
Okay.
That's 4 hours long. Yeah. I don't think it's like $75 a person, which it's not bad if you're getting dinner in a 4-hour cruise. And
why don't you come back?
I don't know. Depends on how good it is. It's like, well, nothing the rest of my life's going to top this. I might as well just be gator bait. My friend Melanie, who's one of the rangers at Gulf State Park and out at Mayor State Park, said the gators are mating now. So listen for some noises. Apparently they grunt. It was like a growl kind of thing to attract.
Like bullfrogs.
Yeah, only 800-pound frogs.
With teeth.
So I'm hoping to see some gatorage going on up there. What you doing, Mike? You gossiping there?
Well, I'm just seeing if I'm pulling up gators mating.
Gator maters.
I've seen ostriches.
There's our retirement thing. We're going to breed gators and we're going to call it gator maters. Yeah.
Sell taters on the side.
Gator maters
with a side of taters.
Oh yeah.
Would you like a side of taters with your gators?
Yeah, and maters. The maters. There was you remember the old USA Up All Night? We do. I mean, no one, in their 20s would. But they had the one cafeteria worker who's standing there and her life is just such a drudgery. She loses her mind at the cafeteria thing because the two things she has to give people, her options are potatoes or tomatoes. So someone walks up and she goes, taters, tomatoes, taters, tomatoes. And this goes on for like 15 seconds. And finally she goes, instigators, agitators. And then they finally just carry her off to a loony bin and she's going, prestidigitator. But she just lost her mind spooning up taters or maters. I love
I remember that show.
And
those were old days.
Yeah. The JB Bob Dobbs, you remember that? He was a fictitious deity that was the star of some 50s sitcom, kind of like My Three Sons. And it lasted like 6 episodes. But it's a very iconic image. He looks like Fred McMurray, glasses on, a cigar hanging out of his mouth. And they turned that character into a deity in a number of skits, and they had a little jingle that went, reach in your pants, pull out your wallet, praise Bob, and dance. And it's just ridiculous. Well, there was a restaurant in Nashville called Multi Bob's, and the reason it was called that was they had multiple pictures of JB Bob Dobbs all over the restaurant. Very eclectic restaurant. Fantastic.
I heard one time there was a museum called the Bob Museum, and they would have they had like displays of barbed wire stuff.
Barb.
Barb or
no wire or bob.
Well, they call it bobwire. A lot of people call it barbed wire.
No, they're all saying barb. They're just mispronouncing it.
But there's bobcats.
Bobcats.
And everything had the word.
The actual cat or the little, home use forklift thingy.
Probably both.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
I had a friend named Bob at the time, and I thought, hey man, you need to go to this museum. They'll probably put you on display.
Yeah. Well, I loved Multi Bob's. That was my favorite restaurant in Nashville when I moved there. Very eclectic burgers, and they served Gerst beer, which was a locally made German beer on tap. And it was also the place I tried for the first time. Mike, brace yourself. My first Zima.
Oh my God.
Which were made in Memphis, by the way. Zima was from Memphis.
Boy, this
what?
This is. I'm looking at here. It says squash sex.
Okay, that sounds like that's something that would go on Bill's show.
That may have been on Bill's show.
Yeah. So they're determining whether or not the blooms are male or female.
Yeah, these are still from Bill's show.
Yeah.
Well, I saw that word up there, so I thought
squash,
gator maters,
and squash, gator maters and squash. Now, there's a Sunday afternoon dinner for you. In your gator.
With my gator.
Now you're not a huge fan of gator, are you?
No, but I had some at a couple of months ago when I went over there to hang out with David Hubble at in Baton Rouge at John Foltz's boucherie. Yeah. And a gator. It was young. It was a young gator, and it cut his life
like we've been saying on this show for 10 years. Babies are delicious. 251-343-0106 is the number to get in if you want to talk to us on the phone or send us a message. Or you can go to YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, and you can send us a comment right through the live stream. What do you think about that, Michael?
That's cold.
Midnight confessions. Whiskey therapy sessions. For more than 50 years, Mobile Bay Magazine has showcased the history, style, arts, dining, and entertainment that defines excellence on both sides of Mobile Bay. Each month's issue is filled with our unique Southern Alabama culture, beautifully captured and told through engaging articles and stunning photography. When you subscribe to Mobile Bay Magazine, you'll be swept into the pages where recipes, familiar places and faces, and untold stories abound. Start your journey today by visiting mobilebaymag.com. That's mobilebaymag.com. Give your small business one tech solution that checks all the boxes. It's all here with the Comcast Business Complete Connectivity Solution. It's cyber threat security for peace of mind. Check. The power of the largest, fastest, reliable network for small business. That's a triple box check right there. And save up to 75% a year on your wireless bill with Comcast Business Mobile. Check and cha-ching. It's everything you need to keep your business connected. From the company powered by the next generation 10G network, the complete connectivity solution. Get started for just $49 a month for 24 months when you add mobile and ask about an $800 prepaid card. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 5/21/23. Restrictions apply. Requires 2-year agreement, eco bill, and auto pay. New 100 megabits per second internet and security edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Compares weighted average of top 3 carriers. Taxes and fees extra. Reduced fees after use of monthly data. Savings vary.
The Home Service Club sponsors this paid advertisement. Attention homeowners. Broken AC, $4,600. Water heater, $1,500. Fridge on the fridge, $1,000. You need home warranty coverage from the Home Service Club. For around $1 a day, if any of your covered appliances and systems break down, HSC will either do the repair or replace them. HSC has over 15,000 pre-screened, highly rated technicians with the fastest response time in the industry. HSC provides coverage for up to 47 different appliances and systems in your home. Call for a free, no obligation quote from a trusted HSC service specialist about a home warranty for your entire home, all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. 800-929-7449. Call now and get your first month free, plus $75 off your first year. 800-929-7449. 800-929-7449. That's 800-929-7449. 800-929-7449.
Hello again, friends. This is Randy Morgan, host of Southern Fairways Golf Radio Show, presented by McConnell Automotive. Teeing up with me and PGA teaching professional Bobby Hall every Saturday morning, beginning at 10 a.m. We'll have great golf tips to help improve your game, great guests from the sports world, and a ton of fun along the way. This is your personal invitation to tee it up with me, Randy Morgan, and Bobby Hall. Southern Fairways Golf Radio Show every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. right here on FM Talk 106.5.
And get on the line. Call 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
Michael, you got any recommendations for a breakfast in the downtown area?
Well, if it were me, if it were you, which it usually is.
Right. You're the person
Because
that
I live
usually
right
asks me
around,
where
I
you
don't
wanna
live
go
that far from them, but I'd always like to go to the corner of Hatton Fappy.
Hat and Fappy. Heck yeah.
Yeah, to Hatton Fappy. Fat and happy. Go. It's Sunday morning, y'all. My body's sore from painting yesterday. So anyway, moving further. Anyway,
You can't see the quotes because you're not watching the live.
over there,
Painting
over there in
the town red.
Bob's Downtown Diner.
You've been painting
and-
Bob's Downtown Diner.
Yeah, and it's you're changing the subject. So anyway, I see. I mean, every day they post some real happy pictures on Facebook. They're just a happy bunch of people, and that there's one busy restaurant. And I was there yesterday.
Mhm.
I didn't go today, but I was there yesterday. Got my fill up because I knew it was going to be a long day for me. And with all that rain, I didn't even notice it raining because I was so busy. But I was full, and I left there full and happy, fat and happy. But Bob's Downtown Diner, it's a wonderful place for brunch, and I see people. I met a guy from St. Louis, Missouri in there. He said, "Man, I love this little place. I wish we had one of these in our neighborhood." You know,
And I wish they'd fix their roads in the downtown part of St. Louis because they're terrible.
oh well, a lot of big cities they plant trees and stuff. Get Arnold Schwarzenegger in there and fill the holes for 'em. That's
What's
what
he
he's
got to
doing
do
in
with
his.
St. Louis?
That's what he's doing in California, his town. He's out there buying patchwork, batch.
Yeah, but his
stuff and
town's got
filling up.
12 people in it. They're all named Schwarzenegger.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never
St.
been
Louis
there.
is like 3 million people.
Well, we went to Beverly Hills 4 years ago.
Something like that.
If the roads, they were driving $400,000 cars down the road, but the roads were horrible in Beverly Hills. But anyway, getting back to stuff here.
If I wanted a glass of wine on the Eastern Shore, where would you send me?
I would recommend Leibishan wine in Tappa's. And as a matter of fact, today is one of their crawfish. I can't tell you.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm going to have fun with them today. I'm going to hang out with them today. So,
Pay no attention to the man behind the crawfish boil.
he had a crawfish boil one day, and it lasted like for 4 days because he didn't know how much crawfish to buy, and he bought. And he had crawfish boil stuff for like 7 years after that. We had to call the fire department, police department, everybody come over and get some crawfish because we had so much crawfish, or he had so much crawfish. It was a hoot though. And Lord have mercy. Oh yeah, Hall sausage and meats,
which would go great
Wholesale
in a crawfish bowl if you weren't having one at
Yeah,
Leibishan Wine.
but you could have.
You could not add it to your not crawfish boil.
You could have it anytime. You don't need a crawfish boil.
What's great about Hall's with the crawfish boil
Mhm.
is you've got a plethora of sausages to choose from.
Absolutely.
So you can have a melange of
Mhm.
sausage in there. You can have the andouille,
Mhm.
the Cajun. You can have the traditional smoked pork. You can have that beef. How about some red hots, Mike?
Red hot.
You know,
That and cabbage. I'm gonna tell you that. Red hots and cabbage. fried up in a pan.
Yeah.
You stew it and then fry it.
Are you about to break into song?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
But what did you call that? A what?
Muffalata?
No,
Melange.
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 Sound like a variety.
Means a mix, yeah.
Break out the dictionary for Mike.
Let me write that. How you spell that? I'm gonna write that.
With
down.
letters. It means cuvee.
It means good.
It means cuvee. Does that help?
Okay.
Yeah, he knows
understand
exactly what I'm
I
talking
know
about.
that word.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, we tried these cuvee ciders when we were out in Beverly Hills, and I really liked it. And I noticed I'd had a white wine called a cuvee, and I'm like, whatever this cuvee is, this grape, I like it. Mike goes, it just means a mix. Just means they blended a bunch together. And I went, oh, okay. So
One wine, put it with another wine. Do it. Okay.
a menage or whatever. So
Yeah.
more than
a
two.
blend, yeah,
Well, menage means more than two.
Yeah.
Two grapes, and like
Right.
the wine menage a trois means
It's an actual brand name.
two or three more than two grapes.
Yeah.
So
I would guess that one means 3 grapes
or
specifically.
the more.
Yeah.
Well, that menage, but a
Oh,
menage,
it means 2 or more.
menage a trois.
Would mean 3.
But
Why wouldn't they just say trois?
I tried to bring that. I tried to bring that brand here one time,
Mhm.
and they wouldn't approve it. The state of Alabama wouldn't approve it,
Crazy.
and so I just put it
Oh,
down.
let me guess. The Baptist had a problem with it.
Who knows?
Yeah.
And I just put it down, and then several years later, Alabama.
Well,
crap.
what I'm saying is the whole family value.
Yeah.
Thing. I could see where you're in, I'll say Del Champs so that we're neutral at a grocery store. You're in a Del Champs, you look up and you see that bottle, and your kid goes, "Hey, what's that?" I can see the discussion.
It has nothing to do.
You
with
can't
it.
do anything with that after 3.
Yeah.
But anyway, anywho, I tried to bring it in. They wouldn't approve the label, and then several years later, Alabama Crown picked it up,
Yeah.
and they brought it in. And then they were able to, I guess,
Well, they got that
convince
label
somebody.
approved.
convince somebody.
Yeah. Convincing
But I
is
did,
going on.
I did get the Fat Bastard come in, and I poured it at different shows, wine shows, and people walked by with their hands over their mouth, over their eyes when they saw the label, and I go, "Oh my god!" But people learn to like it. and
But
love
that is a proper description of a red wine, I believe, in France.
well, at the time it was just Chardonnay, but a
Chardonnay.
big bold wine.
Yeah,
Fat.
yeah.
The Asians called Westerners and Americans. We were fat because we had to have big cars, big houses. They call that fat.
I had it. Oh, we must not go on without mentioning our good friends at Butch Cassidy's Cafe.
Oh, let's don't.
When you're talking about getting fat, man, go get you a
I'm
now
thinking-
famous Butch burger.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's got good fish on Fridays too.
Mhm.
Right? And he's got great seafood.
Yeah.
Go to a burger place to get a good seafood.
My brother says that he made a conscious decision. He used to, before he retired, travel the state doing real estate appraisal, commercial real estate appraisal and stuff. So he did a bunch of places. He said he always found the best burgers at places that shouldn't have a burger.
You would think wouldn't have a burger.
Right. You would think
For
wouldn't have
sure.
a burger. He says one of the best burgers in Mobile is Bonefish Grill. Now, who's going to go into Bonefish Grill and order a cheeseburger? I mean, it's a place that specializes in fish. You and I have spoken before. That's one of those brands that gets it, one of the chains that gets it. They do everything right. So it's a great fish place to go to, especially if you want to try fish that isn't Gulf fish, because they fly everything in so fresh.
Friday I was going to go to Bama Bob's.
Yeah,
to get fish. But
right,
when
the
I got
barbecue
there,
place.
yeah, but he has really big it's catfish, big catfish. And but when I got there, I said, yeah, I'm gonna brisket, but I keep hearing about his burger, and I've got to try that next time.
Mm-hmm.
I really do, because I've heard they have really good burgers there. And well, he's been nominated in that category too for best burger.
I know who you should talk to about that.
Who?
CJ that works at Butch's. He used to work at Bob's for several years. So
Bama Bob's.
Yeah, Bama Bob's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he got out of the service.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an interesting cat.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out, can you move this so that we can see what that is about?
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure.
Just minimize it, and then you can bring it right back up. There we go. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, heck yeah. We're gonna. You want to bring up Veronica for us, buddy? Hey, Veronica, are you there?
Guys, how are y'all?
Bald Eagle Bash. Let's talk about it. That's coming up now.
Hey, it's happening. Thank you for inviting me to tell your listeners about it. It is a party for preservation.
All right. Well,
by
we got about 2 minutes, so give us a little quick one, and then we'll bring you back after the commercial to give all the details. Just real quick, what is the Bald Eagle Bash this year?
The Bald Eagle Bash is a party for preservation where people get to eat fantastic shrimp prepared by over a dozen restaurants. Lots of adult beverages, hot bands happening, all located on a beautiful weekday.
Oh yeah, and you know I'm going to be there, right?
I know you're gonna be there. I mean, I'm saving the best for last, but I mean, you're taking away my my fire here. You're gonna be there. What are you cooking? What are you preparing?
Well, macaroni and cheese, naturally, with the mac and cheesery, and I'm gonna make old Mike come along with me.
All right, you need an assistant.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Mike's going wait.
He doesn't have to twist my arm too much.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Are you gonna be assisting or eating? I'm not quite sure where that category goes.
That's up for debate right now.
It is funny.
We're negotiating.
Mike grew up to despise macaroni and cheese because he got the same blue box every day of his life for 18 years. So I'm having to teach him that, hey, there's really good macaroni and cheese out there, not just stuff that came out of a box. So he may eat a little, but he's mostly going to serve.
Oh, that's good.
All right. Well, we're going to go to break now, and we will talk more with you, get more information about the Bald Eagle Bash when we come back.
So just hold on there, okay?
Okay. Mike, you want to get the phone number?
How about 251-343-0106?
That's the number.
Dial in and text in line.
Yep. And call in if you're our guest today.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. If you want to be our guest. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What the heck? Still waiting on the music. There it is.
So real quick about this particular song. I get an email from Mike about 6 months ago going, hey, we should add this song to our folder.
This WKRG News Update is brought to you by Arrow Exterminators. Stop termites and pests before they attack. Schedule a free pest inspection today. Call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. FM Talk 1065, the Gulf Coast Weather Authority, and Dr. Bill Williams. The Gulf Coast can expect a few showers this morning, then becoming mostly sunny this afternoon with temperatures in the upper 70s. Tonight, mostly clear, lows in the lower 50s. And for Monday, sunny and pleasant with highs in the mid 70s. This is meteorologist Dr. Bill Williams for FM Talk 1065. FM Talk 1065,
the Gulf Coast Weather Authority.
Why do LCM motor car customers become repeat customers? Like me, they appreciate LCM's sales team's straightforward, no-nonsense approach. Let LCM's trusted team work for you. Call 375-0068 or see lcmmotorcars.com. Dalton Orwig here with Brian Comer from Tobias and Comer Law and Law 251. And Brian, let's talk about something that's affected far too many people, and that's DUIs.
Yeah, that's right, Dalton. Unfortunately, we've seen a huge uptick, it seems, in people who've been injured by DUIs. Alabama ranks in one study 5th in the country on DUI fatalities, and it's something that we need to try to avoid.
Those that are out there driving under the influence, there's civil consequences and there's legal consequences.
So obviously, there's the criminal side of it where the drunk driver can get prosecuted, but also on the civil side of it, you're exposing yourself to compensatory damages for causing injury, but also punitive damages for deciding to drive while impaired.
Tobias and Comer Law, you guys cover a lot more than just victims in DUI accidents. Folks can see everything about you at tobiascomerlaw.com, and they can also call for a free consultation.
You can reach us at 251-432-5001.
And also, while you're there at the website, check out top 5 things to know about DUI accidents. That's Brian Comer, Tobias and Comer Law, and Law 251. Hey, my friend Joey Mason from Mason Hills Farm back in studio. You're the guy that brought the process of getting the best beef for our families to a local hometown level. So I got to ask you, why'd you do it?
So back during COVID, when we all were grilling at home, as I was grilling the beef, I realized that we could do this better.
Do it better for the taste or for the convenience? Do it better for what?
Do it better for all of the supply chain constraints. We offer better genetics, and so our tastes are going to be far superior to anything that you can get on the grocery store shelves. We're doing it locally here so that we control everything from start to finish. So when it hits the grill, it's sizzling, it's smoking right, it just looks good.
So this idea that we all wanted our meat to be locally sourced is here, and it's here with Mason Hills Farm. Talk about the process of getting some of this great beef to our homes.
So first you go and shop at the same place our family shops, masonhillsfarm.com, and then get it delivered to your home.
We love it. We appreciate what you're doing here locally. Joey, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
To get on the line, call 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
Magical. Just magical. Okay. Well, want to talk about bald eagles some more?
Let's do.
All right. Well, invite her back on, Mike.
Hey, Veronica, how are you? You back?
I'm back. I'm here.
Now, I got a question.
Yeah.
You know, I love, every now and then I'll see these bald eagles on the causeway. And I've had 2 almost hit my windshield. One of them had a fish in its talons when it flew in front of my windshield. They're getting brave over there, but I mean, the numbers are really increasing. And if you go to this bash, do you get to see any displays of the bald eagles at all, or is this just a big?
Actually, we don't invite bald eagles to the bash.
You could call up to Auburn and see if they can loan you one.
Bash to protect land so we have more bald eagles. How's that?
That's a good cause right there.
Yeah, and let's talk a little more about that. This is well, you tell them better than I can what this benefits.
So the South Alabama Land Trust protects land in the Mobile and Baldwin County area. We have protected over 11,000 acres of land. Started around Weeks Bay, but expanded. We have some on Dolphin Island. It is really all over. And this is land that will be protected forever. It will never be developed, never, ever be developed.
Right. And it kind of falls in line with the original mission, like the National Park Service, that this is a parcel of land is being set aside to not be developed, to not be sold, to not be profited off of, right?
That is correct. I mean, we do conservation easements on big farms where farmers have seen, what's going on around them and they want to protect it for the next generation. We'll buy land. We have built up different areas with purchasing contiguous properties. We do a lot of land purchasing around the edges of water because clean water is so important to our ecosystem and the incredible seafood that we enjoy here.
Yeah. I have tried to emphasize to people just how important this bay and this delta is to all of the things that make Gulf Coast life what it is. I mean, if you like shrimp, we got to protect the bay and the delta. If you like
Absolutely.
fish, we got to protect the bay and the delta. They're so important to the entire Gulf of Mexico. And I've worked with salt before. I've done some stuff at Braided River, sold mac and cheese basically, and I have one of my salt shirts. And I really love the fact that the ultimate goal here is to just save this piece of nature for future generations. That's it. There's nothing else going on here. We're saving nature for the next generation to enjoy.
And to preserve this area that so many people are moving to because it is so beautiful. But if so many people move to it and we don't protect it, it's not going to be so
Well,
beautiful.
that's what I was going to ask. The growth in Baldwin County is just, I've never seen so much growth in my life. And just all the big farms are selling and turning into neighborhoods with cookie cutter homes. And I mean, that's got to be having an effect on our water system right now.
Oh, absolutely.
And going into the bay, and that affects everything.
Right.
Everything.
Yeah. That runoff from construction, and I'm sure that, Veronica, you can be a lot more detailed to this. The runoff from construction, whether it be new homes at neighborhoods or parking lots or whatever, that's a really huge problem, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's muddying the water. Fish can't live in muddy water. They need clear running water. Pollutants go in. Think about all the pollutants that we use, fertilizers, weed killers. They are just drained right into the water system and will kill, if not immediately, over time, not just the foliage and the plants, but the animals, which affect the birds. I mean, it's all wrapped up together.
Well, isn't that essentially why we had the decrease in our natural bald eagle habitat here, and I believe pelicans too, was the DDT running off from the farms got into the water, the fish ate it, and the eagles and the pelicans and all ate the fish and died from the DDT. Am I correct on that? Is that the way that
You're right. It's a cycle.
Right. And at the time, we didn't know what DDT could do. It hadn't been tested. You don't know until you test something. And that's the way with everything that mankind has done. But once you know it doesn't work, you got to fix it.
And that's what we're trying to do is help fix it by protecting land in the area, special land that will matter, not just any piece of property, but special land that's going to really matter to the health of the ecosystem in our area.
Absolutely. And in that Weeks Bay area, I have to tell you, I've never been before. Been to Splinter Hill and hiked that bog up there. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with y'all in Weeks Bay.
Oh, it is a spectacular location right there at the mouth of Fish River. And if the weather accommodates us, it's just a magical day.
Now, how close are we going to be from the Pitcher Plant bog? Because Mike has only seen the movie. He hasn't been to a Pitcher Plant bog yet.
A couple of blocks, 5 minutes by car. How's that?
Oh, heck yeah. Mike likes the by car part.
I've been to one that the one they have at the animal rescue place out on.
Oh yeah,
Kirby.
Yeah, on Gerby Road.
Yeah.
Wait till you see these natural bogs out here, though.
And this is the time of year.
Yeah.
They're in bloom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And we went to the movie last year. Who was it, Mike? Help me out.
I just moved.
Alabama's Ken Burns.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And just a wonderful movie. And I've hiked Splinter Hill Bog and have featured it on my web show before.
So Ben Raines.
Yeah, Ben Raines, the movie he did. Well, we want to get people to your bash. So why don't you give us all the information we need that they can get in touch with y'all and make sure that they show up and help out with the Eagles and whatnot.
Well, let's get them excited first. You know, it's happening on Saturday the 29th on beautiful Weeks Bay, and you'll be treated. Your listeners will be treated to fresh Gulf shrimp from Bon Secours Fisheries. This isn't shipped in from China. And restaurants, the lineup is amazing. Alabama Coastal Catering, Blue Marlin, Chef Cassie's personal chef service will be there. Divine Empanadas, Dragonfly Food Bar. Each restaurant prepares their own special take on shrimp, so you can try every one of the dishes. And they'll come from Hope Farms, Southwood Kitchen, Sunset Point.
Jeremiah's going to be there.
Downtown, and Mac and Cheesery.
Hey, I know those guys. That guy.
So, Stu, what made you want to to be part of the Bald Eagle Bash? Could it be that you heard about the incredible desserts from Punta Clara and Warehouse Kitchens, or maybe it was Guthrie's chicken fingers and the
You're gonna have Guthrie's
Culinary Institute's vegetarian dish? What was it?
It was actually being on the phone with someone about coming on the show, and they went, "Hey, are you the mac and cheese guy?" Yeah. Hey, you want to come give some mac and cheese away? Yeah,
we need some vegetarian dishes for those who.
Oh, they're getting me. Oh, there's going to be 70 pounds
also,
of shrimp in it.
Yeah, we got a lot of shrimp. And to quench people's thirst, Fairhope Brewing is offering their signature Bald Eagle Blue Brew, which is a golden ale jam-packed with blueberry puree. Pretty tasty. And Braided River, where you say you've been, will be there with some fine craft beers and their Instagram-ready brew bus, a converted 1966 van for those who want to tell their friends where they're hanging out on Saturday.
Oh, Mike wants to get a picture in that van.
I want to drive it.
Also, there are 2 free tickets being offered by those 2 breweries this Wednesday at their trivia night.
Cool. Oh, okay, Wednesday night.
So check out their social media for more information about that. And if wine is your thing, if beer isn't your thing, M&J Wines and Tentacle Distributors have red, white, and rosé. So far, we've got a scenic location on the water, over a dozen restaurants preparing Gulf shrimp and non-shrimp dishes, a great selection of beverages, and only thing missing is music, and we have that too. In fact, we have 2 bands.
Who we got?
We got opener of Dial Street Band out of Mobile, playing cover songs from the Stones, Grateful Dead, Fish, Bob Dylan, more. They'll keep things moving while we chow down. And out of Nashville, we're excited to have as our headliner LadyCouch, a Southern rock jam band, which will definitely get you moving with their first-rate instrumentalists, horn players, and harmony singers.
Horns, I love horns.
So y'all pack your dancing shoes and check out LadyCouch on your favorite streaming platform.
I don't know if I can wear my dancing shoes. I got a bunion on my foot, and I don't think it'll
get your dancing flip-flops. Use your dancing flip-flops.
Go barefoot.
There you go.
It is Alabama,
So the Bald Eagle Bash is on Saturday the 29th from 4 to 7 p.m. Nice afternoon activity, family-friendly. At the Tonsmeire Weekday Resource Center there on Highway 98 at the Fish River Bridge. Tickets are available through Eventbrite for $65 per person. If you're a member of South Alabama Land Trust, $55. We're expecting about 1,000 people, so I encourage your listeners to buy their tickets now, as we sold out early last year. Don't miss this party. It's a fun party for preservation on Saturday the 29th from 4 to 7.
All right. Wow. Thank you so much, Veronica. And thank you for everything that SALT does. Y'all, I've done a lot of the Braided River Wednesday night stuff, and I've got to meet a number of the different organizations. And I really admire what it is that SALT does.
Well, thank you. And thank you for your support.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on.
He's more than happy.
See y'all on Saturday the 29th.
Looking forward to it. Thank you, Veronica. Have a beautiful day.
I know.
All right, folks. Once again, that was Veronica Herndon from the Bald Eagle Bash that Mike and I will be attending, as the Mac and Cheesery is going to be doing some kind of shrimp mac and cheese. Mike, that's all I got for you right now.
All right.
There's going to be shrimp, there's going to be macaroni, and there's going to be cheese. Beyond that, I'm not sure yet.
It sounds like a fun event.
Yeah,
I've never been, and I'm looking forward to it now.
And we just found out our buddy Jeremiah from Southwood Kitchen.
Cool.
One of the great restaurants in this area. I love Southwood Kitchen. And she said Sunset Point, Panini Pete always brings it. Mike, maybe you'll get a beignet. Just
if somebody
one.
Doesn't eat my taco.
Just one.
Somebody don't take a bite out of my taco.
When are you going to Kansas City to take a bite out of Stretch's taco?
End of July.
End of July. Okay.
Well, actually, it'd probably be a pizza. It's the. How much time we got? I got some important news here.
Do it.
You know what today is?
Yeah, it's Sunday.
Yes, but it's also National Eggs Benedict
Day.
National Eggs Benedict Day. If you hadn't had lunch yet, brunch. There you go. Give it a try. But tomorrow is very important because it's National Crawfish Day.
Ooh.
It's National Cheese Ball Day. Everybody loves a
crawfish cheese ball.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And you know what would be best? Go great with all that. Tomorrow's also National Malbec Day.
Oh,
Malbec. Hey, thank you, Mike Bailey, for bringing Malbec to Mobile. Yeah, you're very welcome. Yeah, my pleasure. 26 years ago.
All right.
Anyway, National Malbec Day, and I guess I'm just gonna have to eat. I want to do my crawfish today.
Right. You'll eat your one crawfish.
And
today.
I may just buy a bottle of Malbec today and have it with my crawfish.
Yeah.
Since it is.
And then tomorrow you can sit there with a cheese ball and a straw, right? 251-343-0106. When we come back, we're going to talk about our 10th anniversary.
Serve some reheated Salisbury steak with a little slice of love.
Hi, this is Gordon Deal. Join me weekdays for This Morning, America's First News. Hear the stories you'll be talking about and searching for all day as we go beyond the headlines and above the chatter with your first look at breaking news, money, Washington politics, technology, entertainment, entrepreneurship, and sports. We explain why stories matter. That's why we are referred to as the most important and relevant radio program. Join us weekdays for This Morning, America's First News.
Ready to accelerate your way to success? Penske Truck Leasing is seeking diesel technicians to join our team in Mobile, Alabama. As a respected tech, you'll go full throttle towards a thrilling variety of repairs, road tests, and maintenance. Take pride in the newest and best kept fleet in the industry while learning from our shop's world-class technicians and leadership. We'll equip you with everything you need to expand your toolkit and grow in your career. Visit technician.penske.jobs to apply today. That's technicians.penske.jobs to apply. Blue Water Yacht Sales is receiving shipments of hard-to-find Yamaha motors from 25 to 300 horsepower, 4-strokes, and the new 25 horsepower with power, trim, and tilt. Call today to see what's in stock at Blue Water Yacht Sales on the I-65 Service Road North.
Work is a part of all of us. It's a winning spirit, a passion to help others. We're turning the corner to make the impossible possible. Working drives us to push beyond what we thought was imaginable and allows us to come together again for the things that really matter. That's why the Alabama Department of Labor, the Alabama Career Center system, is here to help you discover bigger opportunities than ever before.
The nature of work has changed, and we've all had to adapt. But we've remained resilient. Whether you're entering the workforce, planning to shift careers, or tapping into a new talent pool, our programs and resources help candidates and employers find the right fit for long-term success.
Work is a part of all of us. To turn the corner, visit your local career center or alabamaworks.alabama.gov. Funded by USDOF, ETA, Federal Employment, Equal Opportunity Employment Program, Auxiliary Aids and Services available upon request. Brought to you by the station, the Alabama Broadcasters Association.
Hello again, friends. I'm Randy Bergen, inviting you to join me, Coach Rick Cleveland, and Coach Mark Lassiter for the Prep Sports Report presented by Alpha, and we'll be coming to you live from the Easter Shore Toyota and Hyundai Studios for 2 hours beginning at 8 a.m. every Saturday morning. We'll visit with coaches, athletes, administrators, and more as we'll keep you up to date on all things prep along the Gulf Coast of Mississippi, Florida, and the state of Alabama. Wake up with the Prep Sports Report team this Saturday morning starting at 8 a.m. right here on FM Talk 106.5.
The brand new FM Talk 106.5 app, now on iTunes and Google Play. Stream your favorite live shows. Get the latest news, traffic, and weather 24/7 with the FM Talk 106.5 app. Available now on iTunes and Google Play. To get on the line, call 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
Hey, folks, if you want to go somewhere great to eat today, go to Bob's because they're going to be there till 3 o'clock. Bob's Downtown Diner.
Oh, Bob's Downtown Diner, the one at the corner of Fat and Happy.
That's it. Peace, love, and bacon grease, baby.
Yeah. And
they had the funniest coffee cups too. All the sayings on the coffee.
I don't drink coffee very often.
Well, so I just sit there and look at everybody else's cups. So
that's kind of weird, Mike. I like to go to a restaurant, sit around and look at everybody's coffee cups.
That's what I do.
Anyway, sit there and eat with your eggs and bourbon.
But you got plenty of time. I don't know if they have Eggs Benedict because it is National Eggs Benedict Day, but ask them. Anyway. But I know where you can't get Eggs Benedict, and that's at Levishon Wine and Tapas Bar, and you can't get it today anyway because they're closed.
You know who else is closed on Sunday?
Who's that?
Butch Cassidy's Cafe.
And he loves it because he gets the rest. He gets a day of rest.
That is a hard-working man.
Isn't he, though? Yeah. Now, he is. I know Roy is, and I know he is.
And a hard-working staff.
Oh, and he's coming up on his...
No, he had it.
Yeah, he had his 30th
30
anniversary
years.
this past week.
Yeah.
30 years. A lot of businesses don't get to say that they've been in business for 30 years.
Especially restaurants.
Especially restaurants. Now, I know Cammy's has had their 25, I think. So has David Rass with Heroes. And then here's Roy with Butch Cassidy's.
Hey, word on the streets is we're getting a couple of T-shirts.
I already got mine.
Oh, really?
He gave me mine with the Cajun cook-off.
Oh, okay.
And then I guarantee you, it doesn't matter if they're open or closed on Sunday, but you can go to the store and get their product. It's Hall sausage and meats.
Yeah, everybody's thinking about them red hots in their crawfish bowl right now.
You know, you can add those red hots to anything.
I've done it to mac and cheese. It is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Deborah had told me that if I used the red hots in a mac and cheese, it would turn the sauce pink. So during Breast Cancer Awareness Week, I ran it. And I used too yellow a cheese. I should have gone with a white cheddar. So it just looked like mac and cheese, but it was really good. Just delicious.
Well, you know, I've always thought about actually being really too hot, but they're flavorful as they can be.
I have never had one that was too hot. My biggest complaint about them is that most of them aren't hot at all.
Well, that was
because other than in the South, the red hot didn't mean that these were spicy. It meant they're not refrigerator cold. Yeah. We heated it up. Here, have it.
Is that because it disperses from the concentrated to the red hot into the?
No, most of them don't have any spice in it. It's as simple as that. It's just bologna up north. That's why I love Halls. It's got flavor. There's a good bit of smoke. There's some seasoning in it. Most red hots that I've had are just bologna in the shape of a red hot with some food coloring in the casing.
Yeah. Hey, look! Before we get into our important news that we want to discuss, I want to say, please send out uplifting prayers for John from Fish River John, downtown Fish River. He's had some health issues the last couple weeks or months, and you know, we hadn't heard from him in a while, but I think he still listens. And but I heard he's last night he's been in the hospital, but he's supposed to be getting out today.
Heck yeah!
And I hope he gets out today. So send some thoughtful prayers his way
down towards Fish River
and toward Fish River. Well, he's in Foley, but you know, send him so he can go back home.
But he's John from Fish River.
He's John from Fish River. That's right.
He's the king of Fish River.
And I never forget when I saw that smoker he had with a Harley Davidson muffler coming out of it. I thought, this is my kind of guy. Right? This is my buddy.
So he's got
a great man cave there. But
Mike and I need some more tomato pie, so you need to get healthy.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah. So anyway, getting to our upcoming news.
Okay. Well, our 10th anniversary is coming up. So I've lined up some of our guests from in the past.
Yeah.
And next week is the former teen chef, Eliana Marisol.
She's not a teen no more.
She's pushing. She's in her early to mid 20s.
She's a grown
That's how long we've been on the air.
She's a grown woman.
Steve doesn't know. She was one of our first guests on the show when she was 12 years old.
Wow.
She was supporting, I think, at the time, her second cookbook. We also got behind her because she won the first ever teen Chopped All-Star. She won it all, and
she whooped them. She whooped them.
It was great, and we were good friends with her late mother. Just a wonderful soul. So we're gonna have Eliana back on next week, and then the week after that, we're gonna have Simon Majumdar from Food Network. They just got done with Tournament of Champions. Simon said it's been too long since he's been on the show. So we've got some bang up guests coming for you in the next couple of weeks.
Awesome.
Yeah. And Mike, I just got a text from my old roommate and bass player, Carlos. Said, where's a good beer store over here in Mobile? He's around exit 10. He's going to be on I-10.
Rouse's up in Spring Hill. It's hard to get to from Spring Hill Avenue there because they got Moffett closed off there.
Yeah.
Rouse's has a huge selection, or Cottage Hill Packer Store. One of those two places. Both of them have great selections of beers.
All right. I'm texting him. You keep talking.
Yeah. But Cottage Hill Packer Store is at the corner of Cottage Hill and Hillcrest. And so it's they usually have a huge, wonderful selection of beers there. He's always on top of it there. You might try a food pack too.
They're closed on Sundays.
Does he close it on Sundays?
He's always been closed on
I
Sundays.
didn't know that.
Well,
thought he
you brag about being by 65, but we ain't seen you west of 65 in quite some time.
I'll go there. I'm right now.
You barely. If you spit, it would land on the other side of 65.
Well, where did I eat at today? No, that wasn't. That was another place. That was another area of town. I'm gonna make it over to Hurley, Agricola, and go see that young lady over there that makes those hand pies.
Well, you need to stop on the way there at Loaves and Fishes and get you all you can eat fried catfish and cake.
God, I'm trying to cut down on these.
So you're going to drive all the way over to Agricola for a fried pie. That's your cutting down. Several. That's okay.
We're going to have to get her on the show one day. That young lady, she does 600, 900 pies a day. Can you believe that? And now you have to place your orders ahead of time.
This is in Agricola?
Agricola, Mississippi, yeah.
And then Deborah tells me there's a great barbecue place next door.
Yeah, she's told me that too. It's very, very rural. Mm-hmm. Little disclosure, when I used to skip school at high school in Mary Montgomery, because the drinking age in Mississippi was 18, Agricola is where we would go.
We went to the Red Barn.
That's probably where people still
Pascagoula.
Now I go over there to buy my lottery tickets. I never would have thought when I was a kid driving through downtown Lucedale and McGee and all those places that I'd be buying lottery tickets in Mississippi. And on a fine paved road, 4-lane roads, with driving right by great modern schools. I wonder where they get all their money from.
Hey, I have a question.
What?
Where's Interstate 10 exit 10? Because Carlos and I have known each other for like 35 years, and he's yet to learn. I don't know the exit number of anything.
I don't know.
Tell me the street name.
I don't know exit numbers.
I don't know street names. Is that Tillman's Corner, maybe?
I don't know.
Is that about 10 miles inside the state line?
Well, that 10 is not 10. Anyway, we got to go, folks. We'll pull our Google map up in a second here. Carlos.
I told him to Google it.
Yeah, that's what you always tell me. Get out there, support local, be local, buy local.
Support local.
Tip your servers. I saw CBS Sunday Morning had a show about tipping this morning. Tip your servers on your tips. And Jesus, what am I forgetting?
Well, let's see. It's Sunday. Last week was Easter.
Provolone.